Welcome, one and all, to our Mike and Mike's Off-Air podcast. Mike Pesto with you.
And your friend Mike O'Neill. Afternoons, the new My 97.5.
Hopefully you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Always pop up some good stuff there. We post these on Facebook, also online at my975fm.com. Always have those poll questions like the one we have now, just between you and jolly old St. Nick. Are you on the nice list or the naughty list? At this point, if he was coming tonight, Mike?
I'm on the nice list.
Well, there's a reason why I do the toy drive every year, just to be on the safe side. So
That's your insurance?
That hopefully is enough. If I've done some things that are a little questionable, that helps me. And by the way, that toy drive is coming up first weekend in December at Adventist South Amphitheater this year. So we'll have more details about that as we get a little closer to it.
That's banking your purgatory hours negatively. I like that.
Exactly.
Hey, I was exactly Veterans Day 2025 years old to learn about the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. That's why Veterans Day was posted, to commemorate the end of World War I.
Okay.
I did not know that. I was watching the Porterville, because I'm working a split shift Monday and Tuesday. I was off in the middle of Veterans Day, and I was watching the Porterville Veterans Parade.
Oh, nice.
And right in the middle, the announcer, they had an old vet alongside as a color announcer, and he goes, "Oh, hold on, the siren's coming." And I was like, "Siren? What's that?" It was
at 11:11.
At 11:11.
Okay.
And everybody stops, faces the east, and remembers veterans everywhere.
I forget where it is, what the piece of art is, but there's something, I want to say in Washington, D.C., at 11:11 on November 11th every year. The way the sun shines into it, it casts a shadow, kind of like Stonehenge sort of thing. And it only happens that 1 minute or so once a year, the way that piece of art is constructed. If anybody knows what the heck I'm talking about, please comment on the video to let me know, because I saw a mini documentary on it once years ago, and for the life of me, I can't remember where it is, what it is. I think it's somewhere in Washington, D.C., though.
Well, something else this veteran said has changed the way I greet veterans forever now. I virtually always try to say, "Thank you for your service." But now I'm saying, "Thank you for your service and the sacrifices you made in executing them." Because he told some really good stories like, wow, yeah. I mean, being under fire and at war was the worst of it, but being away from family, being away from friends, going where they had to go, seeing the things they did, enduring the things they said. Mm-hmm. So I've now sort of changed that a little bit moving forward.
And obviously, to each their own with it. I try not to say anything like that, because I've heard from veterans who, especially in the Vietnam era, who are uncomfortable to this day getting the accolades.
That was a whole different war, Michael.
So,
whole different war.
And I get that, but those are the veterans, for the most part, that we talk to now. The World War II veterans, as we're getting further away from that conflict,
Korean War,
less and less are with us at this point. So more often than not, when you speak to a veteran, it's going to be a veteran of the Vietnam War. And in talking with Bill Goodrow, actually, about it, he mentioned that there are a lot of his brothers, as he refers to them, that are uncomfortable with even that much of a salutation. So before I say any thank yous whatsoever, I engage the conversation.
Play it by ear.
I kind of see how they are with their service. At the very least, I'll say, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
And just let the thank you stand in and of itself, and however they want to interpret that thank you, great. And if I want to say a little bit more based on what it seems they're comfortable with, then I can expound on that a little bit.
It's got to be aware of what's going on in the room, basically.
Yeah, read the room. I tell my son and daughter that all the time. So, I talked about this morning. Have you heard about Tom Brady? I mean, you know who Tom Brady is.
I have no idea who Tom Brady is.
Forget how many Super Bowls he won, and being thought of as the greatest maybe football player of all time, certainly the best quarterback if you go by Super Bowl wins, obviously.
He could open up his own Super Bowl ring store.
Basically, he could. He lost his dog, I want to say, a few years ago.
Okay.
Got a blood sample of that dog. Took it to some friends of his. And had his dog cloned.
Oh, my God. This again. this again. Really? Really, guys?
Any idea how much money he paid for that?
Well,
okay, in theory, and I've got a theory on that, but how much does that company pay an average person to have that type of thing done?
Gosh, I have no idea, but he's got tons of money, even after the divorce. But I'll just guess at a nice round even number of $1 million.
Boy, they want to talk to you. $50,000.
But still,
Yeah. $50,000.
take me down to the shelter, and we'll find a nice doggy.
Where, I mean, if you think about it, in Tulare County, that's slightly above, as far as I know, the median family income. Not just one person, but for a median family in Tulare County is roughly $50,000.
Tom, you didn't have to grow a dog, bro.
And the whole argument of, well, I was really close to that dog. Great. Then adopt a different dog.
Yeah.
I will never personally have even two dogs that are of the same breed because I don't want to, take my feelings for one and now it's okay. I feel as though I'm having my dog all over again. No, it's a different dog.
Yeah, and it will be no matter what.
You can even have the same breed, same everything, even give it the same name. Clone it. It's still a different dog.
I think it kind of craps on the initial relationship
Yes!
in a way. I mean, it's like, dude, I mean, if, God forbid, my wife should pass away after a requisite period of mourning, I'm not going to go looking for Colleen 2. It's not going to happen. I'm going to hope that if that's going to happen at all, it's going to be organic, hopefully at church, and it'll just come, and it'll be something else. It'll be a new adventure.
Yeah, or it won't.
Right.
Whatever God has in store for us. I just...
I'm not going to grow a new wife.
And you kind of open up the Pandora's box I was hoping that we could get into, briefly at least, is this does open up the door years from now of people cloning a spouse of theirs
Oh, please.
when they pass. I mean, if a tragic accident, so it's not anything that is... They were prone to getting cancer or something else. Tragic accident, behind the wheel, somebody else's fault, what have you, very early on in the marriage. I want to have this person cloned and have them then aged, because that's the next thing. You got to make sure that they are then of your same age or thereabouts. Scientifically, it could happen at some point. We're not there yet, thank God.
It's a lot of work right there. A lot of work.
Now we're talking millions of dollars for that, I guess. But still.
But as long as we both shall live, she croaked. It's done. Not at my choice, not whatever, but that's it.
Yeah, even with a clone, it's still a different living, breathing creature. It's not an android.
And it won't have your wife's soul, which makes it the unique, vibrant individual that he or she was. So,
how about this, though? I just thought of this. This is a screenplay in the making. I mean, make it the year 3000 when we actually have this technology to do it. What if you go through all that, you spend all the money, and it is a clone of, again, your wife in this case, and she chooses not to be with you?
Right? Or there she is, and you guys hang out, and you're like, God, she's a jerk. Or whatever, because it's not going to be the same person.
You spend all the money, and granted, DNA is exactly the same, but there's something a little different upstairs in how you handled a certain situation, and now that was a red flag for her, and she's thinking, you know what, I kind of prefer this guy over here now.
Yeah,
I like your brother, actually.
Yeah, good luck trying to clock attraction. I mean, you can't predict that. It just is what it is.
Speaking of stories, Toy Story 5.
Yep. I don't know the story, in case you're interested.
Have you seen the teaser trailer yet?
Not yet.
Well, you'll be happy to know it's up on our Facebook page. So you can check that out later this afternoon. It's quick, like 50 seconds. It literally is a teaser
Does
trailer.
it tell any of the story?
Enough that... Well, you remember what happened in the fourth one. Did you see the fourth one?
That's the one where Woody officially bows out and and stays with
little Miss Bo Peep.
With Miss Bo Peep.
Yeah, he runs off in the hills with her.
And you assume that He's got a new life now.
Well, he's back.
That's what you assume. Did that never happen, or?
Well, and that I don't know, because again, it's only 50 seconds long. They use the song "Never Tear Us Apart" from INXS, which I love that song. We play it on the new My 97.5 when we're not playing Christmas music, obviously. But it starts off with you seeing all the original characters back, the big ones, the dinosaur, the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, Woody and Buzz are back. And there's this, I think, FedEx box that shows up. And again, Bonnie is their person now. Andy was their original person in the first two or three.
Right.
So now it's Bonnie, and she gets a tablet. So here we go again. It's the same formula as Toy Story 1, where Woody was ruling the roost, and a new toy comes in, and Andy just loses it over Buzz, and that's now his favorite. It kind of sets it up as though it's going to be the same thing, only now Bonnie is going to play with the tablet as opposed to playing with the other actual toys.
It'll supplant the toy in theory, but that just begs the question, okay, where are the toys going to move to next?
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, no, that's going to be the big rhetorical question, whether it's to a daycare center or to something we haven't thought of
and
yet.
they did that already with Toy Story 3, which, other than the first one, to set it all up, Toy Story 3 I loved. Toy Story 4 I hate with a passion. And we may have touched on this before. My kids know to never suggest putting on Toy Story 4. The way it's done is great. The story is terrible. For 3 movies, you set up that Andy loves being, or Woody loves being Andy's toy, and then being Bonnie's toy. That his whole life is being their toy. What the hell happened in Toy Story 4 that he wakes up one day and says, I don't want to be a kid's toy anymore. I want to go run off somewhere with Little Miss Bo Peep and her 3 sheep.
Maybe he evolved and he's comfortable with the fact that Buzz and the rest of the toys have all kind of come into their own because they've all survived Andy now. And they're all with someone new, and it's clear that something next can be good. And I think all Woody has done is defend the toys and drag them back to Andy for all he's worth, for all of it.
For 3 straight movies.
And I think he has just simply evolved, and that's not a crime.
No, but and that's the best explanation I've heard at this point. They needed to spend a lot more time
in the evolution?
Thank you. In getting him from point A to point B, because I didn't see much of that existential crisis of him, but I'm Bonnie's toy. But I want to live my own life. They didn't dive into that box very much. And now maybe they will with this, because again, somehow, some way, he's back.
Well, God, yeah. If this movie starts with a dream sequence, I'm out. But
yeah, if they go the way of
Dallas,
of either Dallas or what's the other one, Roseanne.
Yeah,
where for that whole season they were millionaires because she won the lottery. Because as an actor, she didn't want to be poor anymore, and then they realized the ratings tanked. So the very next season, it was all just a dream that they won the lottery.
No, I really feel that Woody was unhealthily selfless for a long time, and I think it's just an evolution process where he realized it's okay if I have a life. But you're clear that, and I think I do agree to some degree that they could have been a little bit more. They could have developed that angle a little bit more clearly and a little better, but. I don't have a problem with Woody being happy, but where are they going to go? I can't wait to see. I love these movies, all of them.
I did promise my kids if a Toy Story 5 movie came out that I would go back and watch number 4 before we see number 5. So I want to say June 19th. So I have from now until then to eat enough crow and get myself back in the game and sit down and watch Toy Story 4 so I can remember the plot line enough, because I don't know if this is going to pick up right where the other one left off, if there's some time difference between the two, and maybe there'll be a few more trailers that come out. I'm certain of that. This is just the very first one.
Well, based on the creativity of the first 4, I'm sure the story's going to be great. And I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome.